Hi everybody, welcome back to Double Trouble 361. I am your host Jamie, and this is the other host,
Jesse.
Jesse.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Missed y'all. We definitely have missed y'all. I know it's been quite some time since we've actually hung out. Like, what have you been up to, yo?
I have not done much of anything. I'm still searching for a job, on and off. That's pretty much it. Just trying to survive. Being a Jamie.
I thought you were working.
I am, but it's not actually like a full-time, like stable job.
Well, aren't you doing like some like alcohol, wine, bullcrap type of thing? Or
Yeah, the promotions are good, but I mean, it's not something that's stable because they have on seasons, off seasons, and then I work for shift and a couple other things, but it's not like a steady job where you just go in 9 to 5 every day and get paid for 2 weeks.
Cool. All right, so what are we talking about?
So what we're talking about is we have been not present for a little while, and I was giving Jesse's romance some time to bloom and, mature and whatnot, and he just kind of sort of abandoned me, but it's okay because
Me abandon you? Never. I never have ever in my life abandoned you.
I felt so lonely, but it's okay though.
I'm
because
so lonely.
Jesse got engaged to the person that he was blossoming with not too long ago.
I
mean, you
did.
hear him in the background every now and again, but he's been here. They live together. They have this little nerd sanctum and a dog. It's serious. There's a dog.
I don't know what's more serious, knowing that we have a shit ton of collections or the dog itself.
Well, so you can separate the collections, but the dog.
The dog. Everyone hates my dog.
I don't hate your dog.
It's like,
nice.
Okay, so, I mean, not everybody knows we have this open thing going on or whatever, but when, like, people are like, oh, your dog is, like, so wild, or, oh, your dog is so, I'm like, well, it's my dog, yo, like, dogs all do that, like, what kind of fucking dogs do you have that don't jump, like?
It's like a miniature horse coming at you, like a very small, like not like the size of a baby donkey, but like something like a little more streamlined, so like a mix between a donkey and like a greyhound. And,
oh, God.
And he comes at you, and first he was like little and tiny, and he has like killer claws, so.
He does.
He likes to jump, and he's super excited, especially if he hasn't seen you like after a long time. I'm pretty sure he doesn't give Jesse and Ryan the same amount of flack he gives me as when I come through the door. So
no, he only does it with new people. Like when new people come around, he's just like,
yeah,
my people.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard him. He was already barking at the door. Like he was all excited and everything.
Then
so
you heard Tigger, shut up. And he was like, oh, it's Jamie.
I'm just like, Jamie got to be working on my dog and everything.
I did nothing. He's just like you. He's like, oh my God, boobies and got a butt.
As soon as I saw you, I grabbed your butt.
Yep.
We got engaged. It was actually, I was planning this since 2017, I want to say. It was originally dated supposed to be for December 23rd, which was going to be on his birthday. But it conflicted with a lot of people's schedule, and not everyone would have showed up because of Christmas. It was right around the corner. People were traveling.
Oh, that sucks. I just realized his birthday, but people are going to be, is this your birthday and your Christmas present? No, bitch.
No.
Bitch.
You know what I actually do for his birthday? I actually, for the entire month, I will buy him something for his birthday for like every other week. Because I mean, I get that his birthday's on Christmas and he shouldn't just get one thing, but for me, it's like I spoil him rotten. He hates it. I'm like, any given day, any guy would be happy with that, but I just love him for that because he doesn't get like.
He is a strong, independent, I was going to say Latino.
Well, Latina's right. I mean, love you, baby. And it's just funny because so that didn't work out, and, then after that, I said, okay, well, let's do February 24th. I was like, Valentine's Day will already be over. Our second year anniversary will be coming up. And people's schedule will be all open so everyone can come. And I was actually I was shitting bullets because the weather was already getting bad for that week. It was like rain after rain after rain after rain.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I tried to do a beach shoot, did not work out. I kept trying to, and every time I see an opening and get a photographer, oh, rain. I was like, damn it.
It's like, rain, go away. It's like, who's washing their car? Damn it.
Yep.
Because you know how people wash their cars.
I wash my car in the rain. Like, I'll wait till it starts raining really heavy, then get out there with like a little umbrella. I have a little umbrella hat and be out there scrubbing my car. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, saving water, mind your business.
It's like, well, I can't believe you're actually. And I was like, no, you realize why we're doing what we're doing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, we actually, it was really sweet. It was really romantic. And there was a part of the video that no one got to see in the live feed because apparently my phone was acting up in the live feed where it just didn't give no feed at all. Like the signal dropped or whatever, which I was like, which really no one saw. But when we did it at my friend's house. I was going to do it at Mesquite Street upstairs. Nothing against them though, but apparently they have booked another showing and I want it at night. I can't be mad because the person who they booked is actually a person who I admire. So I'm just like, I'm not even mad. Can I just get my money back? So I wasn't really mad at them for it. So luckily the girl who was handling, she did give me my money back and everything. So we were scavenging through I was raveling, man. I got my other friends to help me out with it. And it was actually pretty sweet. It was awesome. And
yeah, I was actually like dying a little bit, so I couldn't come.
So what happened to you? How come you didn't show up?
I'm still having it. My cough isn't from a cold; it's from asthma. I was having like minor asthma attack issues, and I couldn't make it out.
And these citizens are not been happy with you.
And we've had like the high moss and all that other stuff, and dander, and it's just been really the weather being up and down. I've been all achy.
Yeah, and did the whole comic book thing too for the proposal.
I saw. Yes, this is what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be interviewing you.
I know, right?
So. We'll tell a story about how it got started. I know the story, but everybody else might be a little bit curious. So where did you find Ryan, when, and how'd you meet and all that other stuff?
Me and Ryan, he added me on January the 2nd on Facebook. I hit him up a few weeks later, like on the 16th or something like that. And then we started messaging from there, and I was talking to other guys and but he's the one that kept it up, like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? How's it all going? This is the time that me and you went to Houston or Austin, was it?
It was Austin.
It was Austin. We went to Austin. It was around that time period. Me and him were talking. And it was funny because when he goes, so when you were in Austin, were you on Grindr? I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I was on Grindr. I'm not with nobody right now. He goes, me and you are just talking. He goes like, okay, so he goes, me too. So I'm not feeling so bad. I'm like, okay, cool. Around February the 4th, we went down to Mesquite Street where we had our first date. It was open mic night, so I wound up doing a stand-up comedy, I guess, amateur night, if you will, which I bombed. He laughed, though, for support, I guess. Or
because he bombed.
But of course I bombed. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. I was very, I guess, smooth or suave, if you want. I took him downtown for a bit by the Selena statue, and I kind of did this number where I had him and I twirled him out and then twirled him back in and I gave him a kiss and he's just like, that was smooth. I was like, I know, right? So then it was funny because when we were messaging each other, we were like, oh, look, when we first meet, I don't want it to be about sex. Because I don't want to have sex. We wind up having sex on the first on the first night.
Liar.
I know. And we actually both looked at each other. They were like, so what happened that you were not going to have sex? I was like, I was going to ask you the same thing. You could have said no, but all I heard was yes, more, yes, more.
Harder.
Harder. I'm like, okay. It ain't sorry, no. So since then, I kind of just stayed. And I actually have not had left his side at all, period. Like when I first met him, I just stayed with him. Didn't move in right away. I was just at his place a lot. Mm-hmm. And he was going through his problems or whatever. And then by the time February 19th rolled around, and I said, well, do you want to do this? Do you want to be with me or whatever? And he goes, well, yeah. He goes, I just don't want to rush things. I was like, technically, we're not rushing. We talked for almost practically a whole month on Facebook before we actually got together and before we hung out and before we actually had sex. So it's like, technically, we're not rushing it. I'm saying, look, do you want to be with me or not? And he goes, well, yeah. So we winded up being together. We had our first Valentine's Day together. And the rest from there is actually history. So yeah.
Nice. So when did you know that you wanted to marry Mr. Ryan?
Um, after a year, after we hit our first year anniversary, we were going through some stuff where I was trying to help him out, get some stuff going, and he finally started to open up to me and everything, and started to be on my level in the sense though, and it finally took him a while. And after I started seeing that he was getting on my level and whatnot, I started planning the engagement. We created a big group chat with all his friends so we can let them know like, hey, this is what's going to be. So right after our 1 year anniversary, that's when things started kind of picking up. I originally set the date for in October because I wanted to do something at RealmsCon and do like a whole flash mob type of deal at RealmsCon, but it inflicted with everyone's schedule, so it would have been nearly impossible to get everybody. So
the flash mob idea is still open.
I know. So fast forward to like December 23rd, and we couldn't do it. I couldn't do it that day because it was around Christmas time. People were already, so it would have been a bad time to do it. February 24th just seemed like a better time. Mm-hmm. So, which was a good time too because it was nice. We had everybody there. I had a good, Dee Dee showed up, James showed up, Joelle.
Him too.
My good friend Mary Jane, who I used to work with, and then we're friends. Monica, my sister from another mister, Olivia, who's the one that also did the comic book to us. Well, so she was there. I've known her, God, that bitch forever since since third grade, believe it or not. It was awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for the wedding? Do you have any idea about, or is there anything you have to keep on the hush?
All I'm gonna say is that we are not gonna get married until 2021. Okay. It is a villain theme. So as for which universe, you will have to wait and see. So Disney. I will say it's not Disney.
Damn it.
It's not. Actually, I was quite surprised he didn't do Disney because you've seen his tattoos in his sleeve. He has like half a sleeve.
Like if you said Disney, I was gonna either be Scar or Maleficent, like all up in that bitch. Like
no, you actually
surrounded, but it is. Like,
actually, once I tell you what the theme is after this podcast, then you're gonna fucking like flip the fuck out because. There are two different type of universes. One, we know all the superheroes in one. The other one, we know all the villains in that are just seem more memorable here than they do over here. So, so we'll see how that plays out, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Yes. So
and you cannot touch my butt on my wedding or your wedding day because I don't care what I'm wearing.
I am touching your butt that day. I don't care. I'm even gonna touch your boob.
It's like, let me find them.
I'm touching them right now. They're actually really soft.
I figure, yeah.
They did. What the fuck? Like, you're eating your collard greens, aren't you, girl? Damn. Like,
no, when we met, I was 130 pounds. I'm 171 now.
So the more weight you gain, the bigger your boobs?
It goes to my ass, tits, and thighs. That's all it is. Ass, titties, and thighs, and a little bit of stomach punch. Like, that's it.
Oh, my God. The comic book I got the idea from is because, well, you've seen our place. Like, it was whatever. And I told my best friend, I was like, hey, I need a favor. She goes, well, what's up? She goes, I want a comic book done, but it's for Ryan's engagement. So she actually did the whole comic book thing, and it came out really, really nice. Like,
now she does a strip for the wedding. That'd be even funnier because then you have villains.
Yeah, it would be. I don't know if we're gonna cosplay the villains, but what we plan to do is kind of dressed accordingly to their to their look. Okay, so it's not like we're gonna go all out face whatever. So if it's like, okay, for instance, if the theme was like Marvel or something, Marvel villains or whatever, and it was Thanos. For Thanos, it would be the purple and gold and all that stuff, and kind of dressing that. But I would have the Thanos like T-shirt and kind of open it a bit. So, and on top of that, we would have the tables as different villains. So it would be it would be Thanos, it would be Ultron, it would be, you know, whatever. So it would be kind of like set up the way we wanted.
That I know they got married. I believe it was my friends Elena and Clay. They got married, and all their groomsmen underneath had a superhero T-shirt. So there's one picture where they have it open like this.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've actually seen that one. But I haven't seen a villain wedding yet.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very, very interesting to do.
I'm all for villains. If you guys don't know, I usually cosplay villains and or strong female leads. Nothing else.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited because the villain who I'm portraying is one of my favorites. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Nice.
So we shall see. I'm not going to release any other information. Only reason is because I don't want anybody else to pick up the idea either.
I gotcha.
So it's just like, well, what are you going to do? Whatever. All I'm going to tell you is there's going to be villains, and that's
so for the bad side of me, what kind of cake and what kind of meat are you going to have? Because we got to know these things.
Well, you already know us. I mean, if you had to pick a food group that we're going to be serving, what do you think we'll be serving?
I'm probably going to say it's either going to be chicken.
No, girl, why chicken?
I don't know.
Jamie, you've known me forever. What is my favorite all-time number one food in the whole fucking world?
Oh, God, don't say pizza.
Yes, pizza. We're going to have a pizza buffet. That's what we want. It was going to, we looked at different type of venues, and there was one that actually caught my eye. Because they can do the pizza buffet, they can also do nachos, and they can do wings. I'm like, oh, you had me at wings too. Like pizza and wings, that's like a good fucking combination right there, man. Like, I don't know. Overall, I think if we were to do something extravagant and something big, we're looking price value wise anywhere between $8,000 to $15,000. But the reason, and people are asking us, well, why so long? I was like, well, because we want to kind of, well, it's not just a saving, but we also want to get a house too. We're planning, our goal is if it does happen, we either wanted to move to San Antonio or keep it here in Corpus. We haven't quite fully decided yet. But as soon as we get something going, then
I'm trying to bolt out of here and go to San Antonio too, so I don't blame you.
Well, it's not just that though, but you know, for me,
being neighbors, that would be awesome. I would just be like, knock on your door. Can I borrow a cup of sugar?
You bitch, you ain't borrowing no cup of sugar.
You try to borrow a cup of sugar every day.
Like, get in here. Let's do a podcast,
right?
Or let's have a sex party.
Pretty
But
much.
Yeah, that's how it would go down. And
I'm not saying his name, but his dick is nice.
I know.
Really
I
nice.
think I know who you're talking about too.
It's
So
hard being a girl and then not having sex for a while, and you gotta do it again, and it's all like, oh, I gotta stretch it back out. God damn it.
damn, it's like because well, I mean, being gay and being getting that from behind, and you have
Same
to
thing. Yep,
you have to kegel it, and you have to
Yeah.
like relax, and you're just like, I just like tighten shit close it, and you want to bring your fucking donkey dick
trap.
over here.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I get it. I understand it. So, yeah, I mean, people are like, how does that work? I'm like, how does it work? Like, it's just...
It's the same way you do the same thing you do to a vagina, you do it to a butthole.
The only difference is you need to put lube because we don't
naturally lube.
We don't lubricate. If you don't want us to lubricate, that will just smell funny. That's just nasty.
Yep. That just hurts. That hurts both people.
It
does.
It does hurt both people, man. I'm just saying.
I finally got the strap on in.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I was so happy about it.
Well, I saw that on Facebook because I think you tagged him in it, and he's just like, okay, cool, we can do it like later on tonight or something. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, can I watch? Can I watch? I just want to watch y'all two one day.
It's wonderful.
I just want to watch.
I'm sorry, and I give props to you guys when you're up there because like being back there and thrusting and whatnot is hard work. I'm saying, like, I'm admitted to be a girl and be a girl.
It's all in the hips.
It's all in the hips. Yeah.
It's all in the hips.
I felt like sore. I was like, my pelvis. So
you've got to let me just one day just sit down and watch.
I plan to film it.
Okay.
I plan to film
I don't want to watch it on film. I want to watch it live. I want live action pack.
Live action pack.
I want the MCU Marvel.
The play-by-play.
I want the play-by-play. I want the...
I think I have a while to work up to that because I got to loosen him up and keep him a little bit loose so that way it's a little bit more or less like tedious work, or I might do that before everybody shows up. I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to watch. People have been asking to watch, and I'm just like,
I should be number one. I'm
gonna try to get him like one of those cute little body harness things, so that way I have like handles, because his back is so fucking long, and it's like, So, like,
So you could lay on his back pretty much.
I could, and I wouldn't be even with his head because my torso.
I feel
is
so bad
short.
because I wanted to play with him, but I've just been so freaking busy. Like,
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
We're trying to get married, so I mean, it's hard to. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just that though, but I work in Cal Allen now, so that's even harder. And then now the planning that I was working a second job, and then I haven't really. This is actually my only downtime that I have actually have without having to go anywhere. So I'm actually really I'm not even inviting anybody over. I'm just like, I
Jamie
just
gets a piece of the
want
pie.
Yeah, Jamie was the only one I wanted to come over because I haven't seen you, bitch.
Yep.
But anywho, well,
I've been hiding and being a creeper.
You have been a creeper.
Like every now and again. The only reason why people know I'm alive is because I like shit on Facebook.
Well, no, well, occasionally I'll go to your Facebook and just like everything.
Yeah, he does. There's like 4 people that do that to me, like back to back. I got Laura, I got him, I got Rose, I've got another one that does it too, Shayna. They just randomly like chronically like shit, and then I go and I open my notification thing, and it's like, you have 81 notifications. What the hell, Jesse?
You're like, what did you tell me? How do you do that with your big old fingers? I'm
Exactly.
like,
That's how I do it with your big old finger.
I'm just like, I think I did that to your Instagram one day. Just liked
Yes.
everything, just all your pictures.
I had one guy that was a photographer from Austin. He liked all of my pictures, and I was all like, "That's just weird. You could just like ask me, hey, you want to shoot so I can put myself up there on the." I was like, "Yeah, I'll give you Instagram credit. Just ask me." Like, but it was weird because I didn't know who he was or where he came from, and I had to go from his Instagram to his Facebook to like his photography page and be like, "Oh, you're from Austin. Okay, that's not weird."
That's not weird at all.
Yeah.
Like, you can like all my pictures if you want. That's fine by me.
Exactly. I was like this.
All right, guys. Well, that's our time for the time being, and that's how me and Ryan met, and that's how everything went. I did cry. I cried like a bitch, though. I'm not gonna even lie.
I only got to see some of the videos. My phone was being a fuckface, and I got a new phone, so I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
I cried, and
by the way, before we check out, I would like to make a little PSA for people. I have had people ask me, because I had showed everybody when the proposal when I was watching, and I was like, oh my god, that's so adorable, blah, blah, blah. So the one thing that you don't want to do right now is when somebody's happy about gay marriage or gay love or whatever, is ask them, wait, are you gay? You do not have to be gay to support gay marriage. You do not have to be trans to support trans rights. You do not have to be a lesbian to support, the lesbian cause or whatever it is. So, be supportive of your friends out there who are now just dipping their toes in the possibility of marriage because, gay marriage is a fairly new concept. Mm-hmm. And just be supportive, even if you're not gay or whatever. And don't
when did that happen?
Don't matter, just don't worry about what people say about it.
Yeah, it's true. I'm curious. When did that happen?
Like the first day that I saw the video, I was trying to watch it and my phone was I was like, "Arr, arr." And like my mom's a big instigator, so like she was all like, what are you growling about? I was like, my phone's not working. And she's like, well, you're sick. Just get off your phone for a little bit. I was like, no, my friends are getting married. She's like, oh, they're getting married? I was like, well, he's proposing. And he's all like, oh, who's the lucky girl? I was like, guy. So like, she's like, oh. And she's like, what are you so upset about? It's a gay marriage proposal. It's like, it's not that much big of a deal. We're really not supposed to be getting married anyway. I was like, you're wrong because it's law now. So, and she's always questioned my whole supporting trans people and supporting lesbians and bis and all their stuff, or me dating a bisexual man and all this other stuff. And
there's
like, you know what?
We've got to say that for another topic, for another subject. Maybe we'll do another one after this.
So be supportive of your gay friends getting married. Love is out there for everyone, and just keep your eyes open and keep your eyes peeled.
Amen. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate y'all's time. We'll give you some more intel about the proposal and the wedding, so keep it if you want to. And again, you can always go to our Facebook page at Double Trouble 361 and keep up with all the updates there. I will be posting up when things are coming, and I will be dropping little hints here and there. Also, to make sure you do follow us on Twitter. I do think we have a Twitter account. And we do need to do an Instagram account, though.
No idea. Jamie doesn't tweet, but I will help you with the Instagram.
Instagram will do. You can do the Instagram. You have all that shit on there. So,
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day, and peace.